Shoot him! Do you hear me? I said shoot him!
Sorry, Colonel. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What do you mean you can't?
I made a promise to the boss.
Silence! I am your commanding officer. Are you questioning my authority?
Fight like a man, Volgin.
Volgin?
Emergency. Explosives have been detected. All non-EOD personnel must evacuate immediately.
Ocelot! Find those bombs!
Repeat. Explosives have been detected. All non-EOD personnel must evacuate immediately.
Move it!
Huh.
You're pretty good. Oh yeah, I was appearing to having a
Ready for some more snake?
part two. Sorry, I'm appearing to have a lot of sudden internet shitting out, which isn't fun at all. We're taking off the rather worthless mask now, because we use the single trick it has up its sleeve. And next up, we are actually going to be doing, where is it? That's a bug spray, so I'll do negative. We're equipping the M1911A1, and this time we're actually shooting the water stuff. And this is where it actually does a bullet attack. Which you dodge by doing that. Cold War uniform. So yeah, we just got what we wanted there. Not liking the fact that my internet's shitting itself, but what can you do?
All personnel evacuate. Repeat. All personnel evacuate.
Faster! This way! Everybody run! It's gonna blow! I'm out of here! Let's get out of here, quick! Hurry! Oh! We're all gonna die! We help! Evacuate!
Hop in.
Now this next scene, there's 3 quotums and you have to get them while on the bike. No bullshit. You have to get them. I'm saying there's 3 scenes, there's 3 scenes and there's never set of 3. So...
Don't give up! Get moving!
Eva, how did you?
The boss let me go.
The boss? But why?
I'll tell you later. Right now, we've got to get to the lake and escape.
We can't leave yet. I've still got one last job to do.
The boss is already at the lake.
Huh?
She's at the lake. She's waiting for you there.
Waiting for me?
I was hoping I wouldn't have to tell you. I don't want you to fight her. But I've come to realize that there's a special relationship between you two. Something I can't understand, something that goes beyond a man and a woman. I envy you. Really, I do. But I guess I just can't understand it. She asked me to tell you something. I've never seen someone with such clear eyes. There. I said it. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Hey! It's not over yet! There is no escape!
We failed!
Not good.
Hold on tight!
Now I'm actually going to be keeping the default camera angle for most of these because it's really cinematically action-packed and we should be able to survive either way, so... yeah, main thing is for us to use that backpack-wise. We do not want that one. We do not want that one. We want the RPG-7. And we were actually lucky enough that we didn't end up having to reuse the second Russian glow cap, which we were keeping. Yeah, as you can notice, it's incredibly cinematic, and most of the time you'll never see this actually happening, so... because of that, I'm wanting to actually show it on screen.
Nick, up ahead!
There they are! They're over here!
Yeah, again, another reason we have the sneaking suit so we can survive the damage and get it back from the... That's literally just staying in space though, so I'm giving that a pass. Only because quite literally only just as well, I do. Quoting is actually up on one of the towers in the first part. So I think it's the tower that was just off the street thunder.
I can't shake him.
The RPG can't put a dent in that armor.
Let's head for the rail bridge.
Bridge. I thought you agreed to a seat trade.
I did. We'll lure him onto the bridge.
Blow him up along with it. Good plan.
The bridge is on the other side of the runway. We'll have to cut through the middle of the base. You ready?
Step on it. If he catches up to us, we're done for.
Okay, here we go.
And here's where Ocelot puts a stop onto his pistol. This is actually one of the first times I've probably seen a game actually put a stop right on the pistol like that. So... I'm not including Payday 2 because it's Payday 2. Originally it was, the C96 was done so terribly, somewhat purposefully, to make it these Star Wars blasters. C96 is gone.
Enemy sighted! Don't let him...
Next one.
There they are!
You can actually speed up this auto scroller by actually making all of these enemies fall asleep faster or killing them, believe it or not. It's one of those auto scrollers where you can speed it up, which was weird to see. As you can see there again, I sped it up because I was actually getting them passed out in time.
Above you!
The actual thing on this one is on one of these pillars. Yeah, I believe. The quality. So if I want to put it all on one of the forklift trucks. You know, with this one you actually need to use the RPG, believe it or not, at parts. And there's enemies that come at you who glide. I don't want to actually shoot those guys, I don't think, because I'm afraid you might actually flash like considered a kill. And that idiot hind driver. Then he will get his arse handed to him. So.
Damn! Damn it! Come on! Hurry!
And then the hind has to set down and hook it up in front of him. That one guy running for his life, somehow surviving. So we're basically just hoping they don't take too much damage in total to this. Not making us restore most of it. Because again, I'm going to show the actual cutscenes as it be without aiming first person. The only times I'm doing that was when leaving stationary, and this copy I'm never properly stationary, so yeah. The actual potion, if you're wondering this one, is on one of the pillars, currently on the sides of the runways, by one of the MIGs. So yeah, you know, we can't speak so we don't accidentally kill one of these guys, so we're just basically trying to tank damage. Which really it shouldn't be a bit of a problem anyway, since we're facing up against, well, something that's a much bigger threat, a lot later one that's a lot easier to get rid of. And that features like hit points. And then if you notice, we're going underneath this MiG.
I've got a surprise for you. You won't be getting away this time.
And he was just able to not completely fall.
Son of a bitch!
Now this is where we actually do have to use the RPG after we end up getting our other two tails lost. And of course, we really do not have to worry too much at all about our power. This part that is facing primarily backwards. And if we do this, we do go first person instantly, so we're kind of screwed there, but we have to use it. There are only tapping onto it and then... backpack? Where are they? Ah. Yeah, we're basically going to try to get rid of Mr. Wally's assassinate.
Didn't feel a thing! You're wasting your ammo! That all you can... You're wasting your ammo! Didn't feel a thing! That all you can man! You're wasting your ammo!
So yeah, it's actually possible to damage the Shadow Hog by touches every single time. Sliding to the side, just barely hitting the wall.
Snake, we've only got one chance. We'll lure him over towards the other side. When the Shagohod is on the bridge, shoot the explosives. The bomb is planted on the strut of the bridge.
I can actually tell you that the protein is I believe.
Let's go!
Where we're going over. Here we are bouncing down ever so slowly towards where the bridge is. Here we have Logan following us the whole time. And the person's actually on one of the upper slats of the bridge, I believe. And thankfully, get the Shadow Hog as soon as, quite literally, we get told to shoot. I don't think we actually try as people, so yeah.
I planted one C3 charge. Keep your aim steady. The Shagohod's not here yet. Let it come closer. It's still too early. The Shagohod's not here yet. Let it come closer. It's still too early. It's here!
That should not count as killing anybody, I think. There he loses his gun.
We did it!
Can I just...
Look!
No, it's not done yet. They detached the very weird part of Plot-a-thon that no longer looks like the pupa and instead looks like some sort of deformed baby.
I'm not finished yet!
Eva, you take care of the driving.
Yeah?
Yeah, I trust you. On one condition, though, leave the fighting to me.
You got it. I was getting tired of running away anyway.
Eva, let's do it.
For luck.
Here goes.
It's also weird how the sign itself is white. His white eye when his left eye is the one that sparks. I find that a bit funny.
That all you can manage?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and shoot from 4 pound at the back. Yeah.
Wearing him down!
Let's spread! What have you done?
Fuck's sake, you go one fucking way. Get the hell up.
Open fire! I can't move!
That one you have to destroy it normally, and then you get a face-off against Vulcan 2, who is right on top of the Shadow Hulk here.
Did we beat him?
No.
Get off!
What?
I'm gonna lure it back here.
You're gonna use yourself as bait? Are you insane?
I'm used to this guy. I know how to handle him. Come on, you blockhead!
And now we're gonna use the Madame, believe it or not, this time. Over the other stuff. The Mark 22. first off, we want to take off the SVD because we do not want to use the SVD. The sites are instead, we want yeah, that was good. Yeah, that's the reason we're doing that, I suppose. Yeah, more firmly. That's how basic. That's how easy that one is. Then we're there to listen to left. You do not stop listening to the left or you die. Or rather you take a lot damage. Thank you. Back into the lever. You could actually use that if you wanted to, but I'm not wanting to do it. Again, incoming missiles. Doesn't matter. Are you okay? Done.
Who's afraid of a little thunder?
He's acting like a giant lightning rod, how is it? So he accidentally set himself on fire, and his bandolier takes care of him.
Fried by a bolt of lightning. A fitting end. It's finally over.
No time
Oh
for this
boy.
now. The escape craft is just up ahead. Let's get going.
So we're effectively back doing the exact same stuff we were doing last time without viewing in first person or anything, and also being stuck, having to what's the term? Not kill, I believe it is. So change first off what we have as our backpack gear, because we're never going to use neither of those two or the chaff again. We can keep the thermals, they're actually going to be useful in a very little bit. And this is it in the enemy section, so we are hoping to take as little damage as possible. Our main fear is either anything, really. But these guys have Stormtrooper aim, so by the time we take any damage, it gets healed back to us. We just sit back, relax, and enjoy. And also take that off to get better views too. Now, if you actually take out those 3 guys, there's people that we spawned just back there. So, yeah. Even though this is a auto-scroller which you cannot speed up, it's an auto-scroller which you can make harder and easier depending on how you deal with it. Again, their shots are so weak because we use these sneaky suits. But you know, they have actually sort of started to aim onto, lock onto us with their aim, so...
Enemy sight!
And then this is here.
They're not going anywhere.
Well, these guys are normal stationary guys, we can get away with using them somehow. And now we're back out, so we can keep healing. There's another set of enemies, and this is actually where the quotient is. The quotient in this part is...
Over there!
right there, on the side. You have to hit it while you stop for that quick. I'm sorry that I accidentally ended up going into first person, but you didn't really miss at all there. Don't worry too much. Oh right, there's actually a part where we do need the... where is it? The RPG-7 for a single thing. We'll just flip it. Make this one. Putting fuse on one of the stones of the fine path. Hurry up. Should be more than fine, I believe. Even if
Hey, up ahead! Log! Shoot the log!
yeah, we're actually going into first person for this bit here. You need to destroy the log. It basically focuses on the log, so... because we didn't hurt them, they killed themselves. And there's a way to go north. And now we're hoping we didn't accidentally kill any enemies during parts of this one, because if we did, we fucked up the rest of this course. What's that on the log there? On the song there, so... Should be more than fine now. There's no way they're going to lock onto us and do all our HP rather damage before we get forcefully PC medicine. And they're definitely going to make it inside what others want them to do. Nice, right? Not thinking we've got enough time to run this score, but I might. only just like hit the middle of this literally when I have to go as the end thing. So basically, I accidentally forget to do one single part. Because we have to face white, I thought it'd be nice to actually look at them. Even though we're not shooting at them. Again, we're keeping the RPG in case there's another floor. I don't know if there is, but there might be. So, no, it's the jump on it. It's jump. I'm gonna say this. This entire section is beautifully choreographed, but normally you won't ever see it because you're going to be in first person throughout all of it, so... yeah.
What do you think of that? Not bad, huh?
There's actually 3 snakes in the final part, final boss fight part that you'll never normally actually, well, that you can see normally, named Solid, Liquid, and Solidus. We are going to.
Looks like they finally gave
We're not
up.
going to
Don't
keep
start
them alive,
celebrating yet.
unfortunately.
We're
They're
leaking
not worth
fuel.
it.
Damn it. Tank shot up. Crap.
Ladies and gents, this is why you never, ever, ever take your eyes off of the road. Friends wide, please, remember, never take your eyes off of the road. This has been a PSA from Metal Gear Solid 3.
Eva!
I'm over here.
In most cases, you will be the one lucky, like Snake. And your passengers? Well, they'll be, rather hurt, rather bad.
Snake. How's it look?
Pretty bad.
Not a sensitive bone in your body.
Eva,
What about you, Snake?
I'm fine.
That's good to hear.
We have to get away from here, Eva. Let's go.
Leave me.
Eva!
The boss is waiting for you. You have to go. Give me a gun.
No, we're getting out of here.
We're still far away from the lake. I'll never make it.
I can't believe this.
Oof,
Never
indeed,
thought I'd say that
Palabad.
this week.
What do you mean?
Listen to me, Eva. We're doing this together.
No, you...
Eva, I need you.
Say that one more time.
By Power Beard,
I
not
need
Palabad.
I can't fly the wig by myself.
All right then. I guess I'd better help you out. Ow!
Mind you, reminder, this happens because the driver was distracted.
You're lucky to have me. No.
There's actually a lot of cheap ways to pass through this without much incident. One of them I'm thinking of doing because it's so much easier. But it's also so fucking cheap.
Snake, can you hear me?
Paramedic. Thank God. Eva's been seriously
Last time
hurt.
they on paramedic
So have
too.
you.
Luckily, I think her organs are all intact, but
Calm down, Snake.
calm down.
You'll both be fine as long as you get the proper emergency treatment. But you're the only one who can do this. Understand? So you've got to calm down.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Now let's open up the survival viewer and treat the injury. Do you have supplies with you?
I'm running kind of short.
Then by switching the
Yep.
survival viewer over to Eva, you can treat her wounds too. Now get to work. Oh, and Snake, I'm pretty sure you know this already. But if you don't have enough supplies for the both
Your
of you,
wounds come
your
first.
wounds come first. Do you get my meaning, Snake? You've still got a mission to complete.
Yeah. I know what I have to do.
Snake?
Like this.
Oh, what a middle finger. Funnily enough, if this was a Michael Bay movie, they'd be a lot more fucked. So, and of course there's this one there, and that. Yeah. Of course, it's a Metal Gear game, so they jiggle. Let's see what medical history she has. As we can. Low sustained, burn, gunshot wound, plain, stab wounds, cut, frostbite, low sustained, a cut, a tick-borne encephalitis. Ooh. A bee. Well, okay then. Gastritis, and night terror. Apparently that's worth being listed. That's as insane as saying I had a pretty bad nightmare, but sure. A cold, stomachache, a couple of times a stomachache, an inner ear infection. As somebody who's had one of those, they are nasty. I can see that at the end of the medical history. A broken nail. Kojima, what? An electrical burn, a stomachache, lower back pain, a second broken nail. Oh wow. Bronchitis. Burns. Yeah. And then there's food, which is just yeah. Yeah, you block a local survey. I thought I'd seen something like that. But yeah, look at this shit. That's somebody who's never actually had to live off of nothing. I also love how this is just considered cuts. It's like, yeah, it was just a slight gash, nothing major, like just a little bit of a cut. Yeah, but at the same time, that guy probably had a pretty good laugh at some of the insane shit he could add. For example,
Can you walk?
breast enhancement.
I think so.
And she's fallen.
Here. It's different from the Mauser. When you're using a two-hand grip, you have to be careful where you put your hands or your fingers will get burned by the exhaust gas from the cylinder gap.
Yep. And now because we're actually playing the game, we are no longer using the mode we were using for the really choreographed chase scene,
Been
which
better.
you never normally
What
see
about
all
Eva?
of.
I healed her up. She can manage.
Good.
Snake, you'll take the lead and break through the enemy's line of defense. Eva will ordinarily be following behind you. If you lie on your belly, she'll lie down as well. If you slip and fall off a cliff, she'll follow right behind. You can call out to Eva by pressing the action button. Head to the lake along with Eva.
Now, I didn't heal myself first, because why would I want to in the first place when I could look at something so stupidly pointless? But yeah, so what, for that it's a splint bandage, I believe, with bust bone. Then for Eva, because she's unlucky, shall we say, we're just gonna pretty much make her fall get nice and sleepy like. So do that. Make sure we actually have all of the stuff like that. And because she's fast asleep, two gameplay mechanics are actually fighting against each other. One of them is for things that are fast asleep to actually gain back what's it called? Gain back stamina. And at the same time, because because she's got a cut, she's meant to be losing stamina at a rapid pace. So we can actually get away with 0 stamina loss, a bit slow movement, but that's perfectly fine for what we're doing.
Yeah, right there. Oh, boss, that feels so good.
I feel sorry for whoever had to actually write these lines more than anything else.
Right there.
Yeah, Eva doing that as well is a bit insane. Oh god. And now, this is actually where the enemies come. And considering all the lines Eva was saying, I'm not surprised that they come. Sorry, I kinda have to say it. I really should switch to the jungle cow, and I think I'm actually going to do that, probably for the best. So yeah. Only problem with her being like this is you have to actually wake her up. I think it's rather clear what she's dreaming about, to be honest. I don't think you really need to have it explained to you. So first off, let's change our camo to actually be woodland based. Not leaf. No, actually, yeah, let's go with leaf because boss, moss isn't as good. Yeah, we've got woodland, a backpack. Yeah, that's all we need. Food wise, don't need to eat. Cure wise, don't need to cure. And then we're just dragging her. Honestly, biggest problem with doing this is actually having to move faster than the enemies are going to.
Yeah, right there. No snake.
They are very nearly about to actually get to where we would be. Yes. I knew that those guys would come, so that's why get there by about then. So that's why I was able to do that. Then you can keep slowly, surely dragging her.
Yeah, right there. No snake. That's so good.
Funnily enough, I believe that's how old some of Kojima's waiters are, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, boss. That feels so good.
I do not believe.
Right there. That feels so
Nothing behind these. Oh. To be perfectly honest though, Evo is a giant ass if you don't do this cheese. Because if you don't, then she will complain if she gets under 20, if she gets under 50% stamina, at least on very easy. So yeah, having to move with her is not enjoyable in the slightest. I think I'm going. That's well.
Oh, boss.
Oops, they went the wrong way again. So. Slowly but
Right there. That feels so
notice how her arms have got incredibly muddy though, from going through those puddles. Oh wow. Anyway. Kick her awake. Because kicking her awake actually gives us the ability to go up. So, yeah. Ah, Jesus Christ, how am I going to be able to do that now that I think about it? I've got... If I'm able to pass that in 10 minutes, the final boss fight has a max time limit of 10. I should be more than capable of actually doing the final part in 10. I've got to pass this entire section in 10. That shouldn't be too bad now that I think about it. Except for the fact that some of these guys can be assholes. But first off, let's wait for that bitch to stop. Get that on. Go back onto shooter. Okay, yeah, right. There. Should be about able to actually start dragging her to where I prefer to go personally. If I had to pick my favourite, it would probably be 2 or Peace Walker, honestly.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I've got to drag her all the way through these 2 parts in 10 minutes. Biggest problem with going this way is I have to wake her up to make her jump down the path I prefer to go down.
Oh, boss. That feels so good.
Honestly, that's worthwhile. And again, we're dragging her arms through the mud. For no other reason than it kind of needed to be done.
That feels so good.
Poorly. I really should have chosen a different camera pattern, because even though there's all the patches of grass, they're not the best. It's annoying, but there you go. Main reason we're dragging Eva this way is actually because it's one of the best, as well as a massive lookout that you can get everybody from. So what you're pretty much left with is one sleeping Eva, one Overwatch.
Oh, boss. That feels so good.
Here. swap her down, then use the thermal to see waiting for us.
The enemy! He's here!
Yeah, right there. The snake. There it is.
The enemy! He's here!
Yeah. Oh, feels so good. Oh.
Hi.
Right there. I know. That feels so good.
The fact he says Fido should concern you. Because that's really what the hell are you thinking? You should just have enough stamina, hopefully, being her slow stealth to get here. This is the last time you have to babysit her, which is always nice. So there, babysitting is over. Is over. Give her a bit of a leg up, like. The biggest problem I'm thinking of is how long does the cutscene until Ocelot decides to play revolver flipping for you to unlock the SAA, which I do not remember what the correct revolver is to unlock the SAA and what the other one gives. It's a bit annoying, but I'm not likely to be playing this one again until I finish this entire series. Yeah. But I'm pretty much hoping I can get this done within 15 minutes until up to Ocelot so I can actually go to the store. But knowing my luck, you know, not gonna happen.
Come on, Snake.
And I can't skip these because it defeats the fucking point.
We made it.
We made it.
Over there.
Then again, I don't even really have any fucking cash on me.
It's the boss, isn't it? I'll go get the wig ready to take off.
Right.
I'll leave you two alone. But come back in one piece, okay? Promise me!
Bit of a problem with the HD collection's culling there. Which is a shame, honestly, but... well... Now we get to one of the most emotive scene. Oh, would it be emotive?
Life's end.
I think it would be one of the most emotive scenes in all of gaming history.
When life ends, it gives off a final lingering aroma.
But just remember now, guys.
Light is but a farewell gift from the darkness to those on their
Pull the lever!
I've been waiting, Snake, for a long time. Waiting for your birth, your growth, and the finality of today.
Boss. Why are you doing this?
Why? To make the world one again. The world used to be whole. But with the end of the Second World War, the philosophers began to fight amongst themselves, and the world was torn apart. The Cobras, my comrades who trained and fought alongside me, were torn apart as well. The foibles of politics and the march of time can turn friends into enemies just as easily as the wind changes. Ridiculous, isn't it? Yesterday's ally becomes today's opposition. And this Cold War? Think back. When I was leading the Cobras, America and Russia were fighting together. Now, consider whether America and Russia will still be enemies in the 21st century. Somehow I doubt it. Enemies change along with the times, the flow of the ages, and we soldiers are forced to play along. I didn't raise you and shape you into the man you are today just so we could face each other in battle. A soldier's skills aren't meant to be used to hurt friends. So then what is an enemy? Is there such a thing as an absolute timeless enemy? There is no such thing, and never has been. And the reason is that our enemies are human beings like us. They can only be our enemies in relative terms.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to fucking get
The
to the
world
bus
must
shop
be
in
made
time.
whole again.
Nice.
The philosophers must be reunited. I will devote my skills to that purpose. And with the Colonel's money, I will achieve that end. Just as I once created the Cobras. They are my family. I may no longer be able to bear children, but I still have a family. It was
In
November
fact,
1st,
I could probably run to the store before this fight even
I was in
starts.
the Nevada
If
desert
I consider
participating
from
in
the start.
atomic testing.
Cutscenes are so long sometimes.
The name Nevada is derived from Spanish. Covered in snow, white as snow. And snow is exactly what I saw in that Nevada desert. It froze my blood white. Snake, you were an atomic test subject, weren't you? On Bikini Atoll. That's part of the reason I was drawn to you. You and I are alike. We're both slowly being eaten away by the karma of others. We'll never have the chance to die peacefully of old age. We have no tomorrow. But we can still have hope for the future. In 1960, I saw a vision of the ideal future from space. 3 years earlier, the Soviet Union had succeeded in launching Sputnik, the first man-made satellite in history, into orbit. This came as a huge shock to the United States. In response, America threw everything it had into its own manned spaceflight project, the Mercury program. Even as the Soviets seemed poised to send their first man into space, America was still experimenting with chimpanzees and rockets. The government wanted human data. So they secretly decided to send a human being into space. I was the one they chose. At the time, they didn't have the technology to block out cosmic rays, and whoever they sent up would inevitably be exposed to heavy radiation. That's why they chose me. After all, I'd already been irradiated once. Of course, you won't find any of this in the history books. I could see the planet as it appeared from space. That's when it finally hit me. Space exploration is nothing but another game in the power struggle between the US and the USSR. Politics, economics, the arms race, they're all just arenas for meaningless competition. I'm sure you can see that, but the Earth itself has no boundaries. No East, no West, no Cold War. And the irony of it is, the United States and the Soviet Union are spending billions on their space programs and the missile race, only to arrive at the same conclusion. In the 21st century, everyone will be able to see that we are all just inhabitants of a little celestial body called Earth. A world without communism or capitalism, that is the world I wanted to see. But reality continued to betray me. In 1961, I was sent to Cuba, to Bahia de Cochinos. It was part of a CIA-sponsored invasion under the guise of taking Cuban exiles back to their country. But the US government betrayed them. Our weak-kneed president held back their air support. Defenseless, the exiles were annihilated by the Cuban army. All I could do was watch in silence. I was set up by the very country I'd sacrificed so much for, by the very government I dedicated my life to defending. I was driven from the surface world, and I went underground. Then, 2 years ago, I faced the Sorrow, my old comrade in battle. He was my friend. But one of us had to die. I was left with no choice. The Sorrow gave his life for me. There is no enmity between us. One must live, and one must die. That was the mission. The ones who gave me that mission were the philosophers. Early in the 20th century, the true holders of power in the United States, the Republic of China, and the newly formed Soviet Union gathered together in a secret meeting that would later be known as the Wise Men's Committee. The secret pact they formed there marked the beginning of the philosophers. But the last of the original members died in the 1930s. After that, the organization began to run out of control, and the Wise Men's Committee degenerated into a mere shell of its former self. The philosophers of today have no sense of good or evil. Their influence extends to countries and organizations involved in every aspect of every war. They have become war itself. That's how they operate. The sacrifices of war cause a shift in the times. This shift leads to renewed conflict, and in turn triggers the next war. Like a nuclear chain reaction, each conflict sparks countless others, forming an endless spiral that will continue on for eternity. Do you understand what I'm saying, Snake? By consuming me and you, the philosophers intend to keep that cycle going forever.
I hope I can get back.
It was my father who explained all this to me.
Being able to fucking go to the store, cool.
He was one of them. You see, I am the last remaining child of the philosophers. But after he revealed the truth, my father was killed by that same shapeless, formless organization. And my father isn't the only thing the philosophers have taken from me. In June of 1944, the Cobras and I took part in the landing at Normandy. We'd been given a top-secret mission to locate and destroy enemy V-2 rocket installations. I was pregnant at the time.
For like 10 minutes.
The Sorrow was the father.
Just.
I gave birth on the field of battle.
So I know you have 5 minutes now.
Beautiful baby boy.
You have 5 minutes.
But my child was snatched away from me by the philosophers.
Just an energy drink.
Look at this scar. This is proof that I was once a mother. I gave up my body and my child for my country. There is nothing left inside me now. Nothing at all. No hatred, not even regret. And yet sometimes at night, I can still feel the pain creeping up inside.
Here.
The leech chugs something, I don't know if the leeches first,
like
the
a
bottle.
I've never talked this much about myself before. Thanks. Thanks for listening to me. I feel content. Snake, commence the operation.
I really bloody well could have fucking went to the store and got back by now.
I loved you. I've given you weapons, taught you
Yeah,
techniques, endowed you with knowledge. There is nothing more for me to give you. All that's left for you to take is my life, by your own hand. One must die, and one must live. No victory, no defeat. The survivor will carry on the fight. It is our destiny. The one who survives will inherit the title of boss. And the one who inherits the title of boss will face an existence of endless battle. I'll give you 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, Miggs will come and bomb the hell out of this place. If you can beat me in less than 10 minutes, you'll be able to escape in time. Let's make this the greatest 10 minutes of our lives, Jack.
Boss.
You're a soldier. Finish your mission. Prove your loyalty. Face me.
That was 15 minutes, approximately.
Let's see what you're made of.
Okay.
Move or you're dead.
Love you, Matt. Now, a lot earlier, we grabbed the snow camouflage. We also ended up picking up, well, the snow camo face paint. But here's the kabuki. Here's the oyama, and here is snow. Backpack wise, the Mark 22, which is indeed what we're wanting. And we also have, where is it? Food wise, we still have the Tsuchinoko and the End's palette, which we're keeping alive because it seems like a nice thing to do for an old man like him. Also clicking here and... oh right, yeah, you can't actually use the normal camera view on it all. And then that's just normal free fighting though, isn't it? I think ammo uniform. Don't believe the yeah. I thought for a moment the scientist was being a bit of a bitch uniform, but if you want to know where the 3 snakes are, they are by the trees. On here. Yep.
Hey, he was right here.
I can hardly remember the correct fucking input to put to know that, so yeah.
Move or you're dead.
I'm not annoying, honestly, but oh. Then there's a snake here. Hurry up. Food fully. Fuck off. Okay, let's eat the Russian rations.
Sick.
This one.
Can't eat anymore.
A, J, and then L.
Where are you hiding?
Oh, RJK, okay. Question.
Where did you go? You've got it. Here I come.
Nice, it is many button. Damn it, that was actually a bit incorrect shot there, wise. That's still not perfect. Damn it, not fast enough at all for that.
Move or you're dead. There you are.
Bastard, still not fast enough. Okay, hurry up. Up, 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 up.
You'd better run. I told you that wouldn't work. Here I come.
Too quick.
Nice try.
And can't make her down.
Pathetic. Heads up. It's no use.
There, got the snake uniform. And now we've got the most emotive scene in video game history. I just want to check something quick. Kill. Gunshot. Yeah, so let's just kill these. Excellent. There's a gunshot wound, so we pick up the bullet. And we bandage it up, and excellent stuff. Broken bone is a splint bandage. Cut. 1, 2. And a broken bone is another splint. There. Oh, cast! No, it isn't too bad actually, because there's a single part afterwards, after this, so. And now we get to the most emotionally one of the most emotionally powerful scenes in all of video game history.
Take this. Keep it safe. It's our only hope.
A patriot? Why are you giving me this?
Jack. Or should I say, Snake. You're a wonderful man. Kill me. Kill me now. Do it. There's only room for one boss.
Just to show how powerful it is, I'm going to actually go out to the door for my map while this part plays. Did the game fucking... Jesus fucking Christ, the HD version seriously automated it? Fucking son of a bitch. Bread rolls, shouldn't be too old. I do not remember actually killing her if you don't press anything, you son of a fucking bitch. Nothing, just disappointed. Nothing. That is outright disappointing. The entire thing that makes that scene so fucking powerful is the fact that you have to pull the fucking trigger. It's not that it's automated at all. That is a disappointment. Fucking hell. That's actually a massive downer to end the first fucking game on in more ways than one. Fuck's sake. Cutscene and end section is about an extra 15-20 minutes. That's not too bad. So yeah, at least I won't be too late for the other thing I was going to do today, which isn't part of this series. But there you go.
Ready to go, Snake? Are you okay? Snake?
Yeah.
I told you you could trust me.
Ocelot! We're not done yet!
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
You're pretty good.
not good.
Oh god, every single time this character model smiles, it's so good.
I picked up a few new moves. Huh. It doesn't feel right to shoot an unarmed man. But I'll get over it.
Eva!
What do you say to one last showdown?
Yeah, all right.
I truly do not remember which gun it is, and I didn't
What's your
actually check
name?
for it, so...
Snake.
No. Not that name. You're not a snake, and I'm not an ocelot. We're men with names. My name is Adamska. What's yours?
John.
Very well, John.
Adam.
Plain name. But I won't forget it. Come on!
Yeah, Adamska, aka Adam, aka our contact. Two, 3, 4, 5 aces. And yep, we picked the right one, boys. That's good.
It's a blank. Oh, that was fun. Till we meet again.
Forgot to actually check up on the wee snakes. Oh well. But yeah, basically we also picked up the 3 Metal Gear Snakes. And we've officially finished the game now. It's cutscenes all the way down. I say that, but there's actually a few things which, no. There's the director cutscene, I believe it is that director of the CIA cutscene, where you're meant to shake the director's hand. However, there's actually a R1, an R1 button for that matter, which is Adam. Adam's still in the background.
We made it.
Yeah, we sure did.
Oh no, Migs!
So anyway, that was Metal Gear Solid 3. A beautiful game, a brilliant piece of work, but
We've come too far to let them stop us now.
Metal Gear is considered the best Metal Gears in the entire franchise,
It's
so
no use. There's no way we can outmaneuver them.
we really shouldn't be talking about it.
They're gonna shoot us down.
It's a game and we've got to the end, so no, they're not going to shoot us down.
Locked on target. I got towed.
You were great, Eva.
Huh?
Thanks.
Bulk 19, this is Control. Stand by for a direct order from the chairman. Bulk 19, return to base immediately. Do you read me? This is a direct order from Comrade Khrushchev. Return to base immediately. Bulk 19, do you copy? Understood. Aborting mission. RTB.
Look! The MiGs are turning back! Woo!
Yeah, woo! Even though I know you posted that for something completely different, yeah. Eva's sound of bliss is so good for that. It's so stupid. We should get the Tsuchinoko rank.
Well done, Snake.
The MiGs disengaged.
Most likely under orders from Khrushchev.
Is this his way of helping us?
Who knows? Maybe he didn't want things to get messier than they already are. Or maybe he just wanted us to owe him one. The important thing is, you made it out alive. As long as Khrushchev is with us, I don't think they'll be coming after you. It should be smooth sailing all the way to Alaska. I'm sending someone out to Galena Base to meet you.
To meet me?
The DCI and the President himself are waiting at Langley. Don't keep them waiting.
Save, yes, even though it's actually not going to do much at all, I don't believe. However, yeah, we're saving. 12 to 13 hours, I think it took. So that's not too bad, to be perfectly honest. MGS 4 isn't in the next plot order one, man. Nope, next one is Peace Walker. We're doing it in the plot game chronological order. Metal Gear Solid 4 is one of the very end ones. Jesus. I'm talking MGS4, then it's Rising, and then it's all done. That's how far MGS4 is along. Not doing it in release order.
So what are you going to do now? Go back to the KGB?
What do you want me to do?
Did you ever think about coming back to America?
One of my, I want to say friends, but one of the people I know on one of the Discords I follow, pretty much sums up the list. So if you give me a second for me to quickly grab it, it goes.
And I still owe you a dinner.
That order.
Part of your mission too?
3. Portable Ops isn't actually part of the canon. He was wrong there. It's 3. Peace Walker. 5. And I'm including both parts of 5, both the prologue and the end part. Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 4, and Revengeance. It's in that order. So
I don't take orders from anyone now.
Revengeance is going to be a bit funny to stream because I'm doing it on PC. So yeah. But I should be able to end up doing it somehow. Well, it's funny because I don't actually have a second screen. I'm just using my laptop as the streaming system. So. But yes, next would be Peace Walker. I actually have somebody who's following purely because I was doing a lot of Peace Walker stuff as pre-op. Basically to make sure I could actually do it. And because I quite like 4 a lot more than Peace Walker more than I want to admit. So yeah. The only... I wanted to say the only one I've not beaten yet is... Okay, my man's getting mad at something. The only 2 that I haven't actually beaten are both the minigames that are part of this disc, which is... When I say minigames, they replaced 2 awesome things in the fucking original release, but Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, I've not beaten those properly, but I've got decent with Metal Gear 2. So that's actually going to be a pretty fresh new experience for me as well. Portable Ops as well, I guess, because I never owned a PSP, but it's Portable Ops, it's not technically part of the canon because Kojima hates it so much.
Scholars tell us that the first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive me, Snake.
Good morning, Snake. I hope you slept well. First of all,
I have to apologize. I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA.
I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry.
The philosophers still exist in China, too. You see, my mission was to find out where Volgin was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The 2 NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place, saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva. And you and Sokolov and Volgin, you all believed me. The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy too. I got the film containing the legacy, and also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod. 5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union. Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help. I too am one of the philosophers. I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools. I was raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm indistinguishable from a native-born American. So it didn't surprise me when you and Volgin couldn't tell the difference. But she knew right from the beginning. She knew because before the war, she was at one of the philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth. She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life. I've lied to you so many times, but not this time. My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy and to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you. But I can't do it. Not because we loved each other. And not because you saved my life. But because I made a promise to the boss. And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know. And you have to live. Snake, listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No, far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen. Self-sacrifice. Because that was her duty.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss. You are a true patriot.
Even Adam thinks you're pretty good, even at the very end of the game.
In the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgin inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgin's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss, and that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive, and she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden. The taint of disgrace will follow her to her grave. Future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission. And like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end. But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth. She wanted to live on in your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman. But she was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told me. Snake, history will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. Everything she did for her country. sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true patriot.
And game. What a beautiful game. It's definitely deserved the reputation as one of the best games in all of Metal Gear history, quite frankly. Hands down. Yeah. If that's your first time ever seeing that scene, you will not realize just how important it is in the entire Metal Gear franchise. But let's just say it has, yeah, lasting effects all the way up to post-Peace Walker, but not too much further after that. Right now, the song you're actually hearing in the background here for the credits is Star Sailor, or and their song Way to Fall, I believe. I actually got the album because of this game, so I said it right at the beginning of this, but the voice actors they've picked are perfect for the roles that they actually fulfill for almost every single character. Even Johnny he's a joke character in almost every single game, but he's done well. Like, really, really well, even in this. He actually has proper character. Well, unfortunately I'm not going to be doing the next set of stuff until tomorrow. Or there might be a 2-hour-ish break while I'm doing something else. Mostly because of somebody who I sort of kind of also work with partially. So I get a lot of freedom with that. So, but yeah, I will definitely be continuing this entire thing all the way through. When I'm getting through Metal Gear Solid 4, right by the end, I'm going to be doing something that Super Bunny Hop suggested in his review of 4, and that's doing every single chapter every day. Or at least when I'm streaming for those chapters, it'll be one chapter for the stream, purely because it's meant to flow better, according to him. And I can definitely understand how that would actually be the case. So, yeah. Next up is definitely going to be Peace Walker. I'm thinking of the custom sort of self-imposed challenge I'm going to give to it. All of these games, no matter what, they're not going to be using stealth ammo, or stealth camo or infinite ammo. That's the hard border on every single game that I'm doing, because that's cheesing it to hell. Most of them are going to be done on normal, if there's the option to pick between the difficulty. The only reason this is on very easy is because I've never actually beat this game on anything other than very easy. And that's why the self-imposed challenge was actually never using the easy gun. It's something that seems stupid, but I've never done it before, so I wanted to. With Peace Walker, I'm thinking of only allowing certain sets of guns. I'm thinking might be like one of the guns in particular category. The only exception, of course, is drawing boss fights in Peace Walker. But in that, I'm going to be going through every single main ops mission in Peace Walker, and that's what I'm going to be considered complete story completion. So yeah.
You better wait to fall.
And then there's subsistence, so there's Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 games. Because they decided to take out the Ape Escape minigame and Guy Savage. No, I'm not happy about that. I quite liked both of those. I'll just get some of the normal OST stuff. Yeah. Once these cutscenes have completely finished, we're actually going to check the stats and stuff, and I think I might also have a very quick peek at some of the other sort of things. We should be getting the Shinoko wank. That should be definitely what we're getting, I believe. But that's purely because it's the easiest to get through. I quite enjoyed actually having to take the end's power key all the way to the end as well. It seemed fitting, quite honestly. I had to do it with the Tsuchinoko, and that was a bit of a grind. I think I spent about half an hour trying to just get the Tsuchinoko. It was something stupidly longer than it should have bloody well been, I'll put it that way. Enkiko, which is really nice. Yeah, it was made by Konami back when they weren't being assholes.
Yes, Grozny Grad and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed. Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands. With this money, yes, the philosophers can finally be revived. The film we handed the Chinese was a fake. Peking must be in an uproar right about now. afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Grozny Grad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday. Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them. I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam. Of course, I am always at the CIA's disposal. Mr. Director.
Beautiful beast of the game. Brilliant thing. Let's see, how many people did we kill? Humans killed 6. Ah, for fuck's sake. Well, that's an annoyance. As we used the easy gun, I only used it to get the very early game Cloten flogs, because they were kind of in the way in the first place, and I knew I wasn't going to get much at all. It's just annoying that I've got 6 human kills when of it was trying not to get any. But, well, there you go, what can you do? New item obtained. We should be getting Patriot because we beat the game first time round. Round face paint is, not too sure why. It's not the Tsuchinoko, I do not think. That should be Infinity face paint. Yep, Infinity face paint for getting the Tsuchinoko. National flags is for beating the game first time around. Tuxedo is for beating the game first time around. You got MGS3 download pattern camo. Check the camos list unlocked. Now that's actually a bit of a special camo which I will actually go on to before I leave. Desert Tiger camo again for beating the game first time. Lectern for beating the game first time. You do want to save here because if you don't, you can't actually reload and go New Game Plus. I think I know where all of those kills were, actually. It's a bit annoying that they actually counted. But, hey, there you go. I think actually, because I know there was that guy who accidentally... And there was those two, which was with a bit of a fuck up, and that's the... Yeah, I know exactly who it was that I accidentally killed like that, so... Yeah, let's skip the Konami Presents stuff. Yeah, let's continue on here. Do this quick. Checking the hard drive. Then we've got the demo theater here. And the main reason we're picking up the demo theater is because it's the best place for me to show off the download camera. So, yeah, here it is. There's actually something that you get for collecting every single one of these. So, yeah. Fencing Virtuous, no camo, no camo, no huh? Then if you go like this, you can watch that as a move. However, to beat the game for what or with all of these, to unlock the secret theatre, you have to actually beat the game 4 times. First one, Ocelot loses, which is you pick up the gun, you do not shoot. Snake misses shooting, you pick up the gun, you aim away from Adam. Snake wins, which we just done, which is you pick up the right gun and you shoot him, and then you pick up the wrong gun. Anyway, now start ammo uniform. Now, not get the right fucking thing at all here. Yeah, there's like the DPM and the Flecton, which is thing, I guess. Tiger Stripe as well. It's kind of sort of guess. Also, wearing it prevents an equipped suppressor from wearing out with use. So it is actually pretty fucking useful if you think about it. Wearing it doubles natural life recovery weight, and this one does prevents battery drain, which can be useful in some situations. Also, wearing it drops any damages to 2/3. Not as good as the sneaking suit, I don't think. Trying to actually get the right fucking camo, the unlocked camo stuff. Don't remember how. Oh well. But yeah, for these you get a load of different face paint flag face paints. It's literally just the flag. It gives some stat bonuses, but just flags. What does flag face paint do? Is it, yep, O2 gauge. And then there's infinity. Weapons will not run out of ammunition. So yeah, again, it's basically more ammo game. That's actually annoying that I can't switch to the unlocked ones without having to start some new stuff. Honestly. The fly camo is not so bad, it attracts flies, but it also makes enemies think twice about coming in for a knife attack. And then there's the animal camo pattern, which is better than chocolate chip if you're going in the desert part. So yeah. Okay, did we check what Ozcam does? Yeah, we did. Blocking damage, okay. And then there's the snake camo. Provides the ultimate cover in any environment. Except it's not the best. It's jack of all trades, master of none. Best way to put it. Yeah, I'm annoyed that I can't actually pick the option I was wanting. Oh well. But basically the download codes was an online feature of Metal Gear Solid 3 where you could download extra community-made camouflages, community-made and accepted by Konami. Some of them they're all themed, sort of. They don't really give any major bonuses, they just look nice. There's one for Valentine's Day, and there's one for making you look like Santa Claus. There's, I think it might be a Halloween one. There's a rainbow one. It's just basically a general, hey, we have something pretty nice. It's not actually gameplay breaking, but it still looks good. Yeah, it wouldn't be under special. Okay. The captions, yeah, don't need to care about that. I shouldn't have clicked that because we're not going to do this one yet. There's what the actual opening screen of Metal Gear 1 looks like, and yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm actually going now because I've got stuff I need to do myself. So, yeah. Hopefully, if you enjoyed it, we should be going with Peace Walker tomorrow. So yeah, hope you come along. You should be able to beat Peace Walker in a single day. So thanks for stopping by, and we hope to see you again.